Alright, let's welcome back to the Blueprints. It's been a little while since I last touched this game. Last time I played, I know we got a little bit of an allowance going, so we can start the day every day with 6 coins, which is a nice little boost for us. I'm not exactly sure what we're aiming for today. Obviously want to try to get to the antechamber. That still has been like blocking us from getting in here. I'm gonna try my best, but no promises. Main thing is gonna be trying to find out any like new rooms or like trying to figure out some of the rules here. Basically, I'm going to be on the lookout for anything with music sheets. I'm still missing a couple of those. Um, I don't know. Generally, just if I run into any new rooms, that's going to be the key thing here. Let's see. Let's go out into our outside and take a quick look. We got the schoolhouse, the shrine, or the root cellar. It's 8 classrooms today's draft pool. Or the shrine. You know what I could do? Let's take the shrine, because we have our 6 gold now, right? Hey, buddy. Making an offering to must last for several days. So let's take our 6 coins and just pop it right there. Add 8 courtyards to your draft pool, and this will blessing durations for 3 days. I don't really have an idea if like money is necessarily gonna, be too helpful. Like, what I meant to say was like I don't know if like money changes what kind of blessings we get or how long they last. So it's kind of something to keep an eye out for. Any rooms in particular I'm aiming for? Let me pull up my sheet. So I have my secret code here that's got most of the letters. I've got everything from like the first 5 rows. I think I'm missing a couple letters here and there. Everything I need is more at the top. So that's going to be a bit tricky. But for right now, let's go ahead and try to make our way to the house. So we start with parlor, nook, and pantry. I think right now we'll just take a pantry. Nice start. Den is pointless because we already have an entrance hall that's going this way. So I'm going to go corridor, actually. Okay, so we can start ourselves with the pool. I don't hate that. Got even some more gold because I drained it. Got a nice little money run going already. Okay, I want to try something. I wanted to actually see if, like, facing matters. Like, we've never tried to, like, go south. And maybe there's a couple rooms that, like, appear better. Salt shaker, compass, sledgehammer. I'll buy a shovel, why not? So we have the parlor room, the security room, or the spare room. Take a spare room, I guess. Okay, good spot for a storeroom. We'll just drop that in there. More money, why not? Yes, please. E. Cool. You know what? Because I have all this money, I was going to pick up a sledgehammer. No reason not to. I like a hallway, to be honest, and then we can just kind of go this way. Drawing room, pump room, den here, I don't like. I don't like it, but I'll take it. Okay, now I gotta start finding ways to go north again. Let's take a look. Nursery, nook, perfect. Okay, so there's a courtyard. I'll take that. Hey, look at that. Big spot. Cool. brick, not worth picking up. Fun. Hello. Game is just giving me money. That opens the garage. That does not... It's not the best. Green rooms do not cost money. The terrace might be fun. So the terrace makes it so green rooms do not cost money. And there are plenty of green rooms that, kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I think we pick that up. Okay. So before we go any further, I am gonna focus on filling up the rooms in the bottom there. So we get the locksmith. Again, not a terrible choice. Doesn't really help us out too much. But honestly, kind of the best pick. 3 keys, I get a special key, or I can get the lockpicking kit. I think I take the lockpicking kit. That's just value. Special key, maybe? Okay. So, basically, any room that I open with that I'm standing in, I get open another room with the same color. Not the best, because we really do want like the secret garden key, I think. There's 2 green rooms. You can double your money or your gems, which I don't have any, which sucks. Take a closet, I guess. And we get a key card. Not bad, not bad. So now I don't even have to worry about the security room. I might still pick it up if I see it, so that we can increase the number of doors that require a keycard. We don't have to worry about turning them off anymore. There's another courtyard. Doesn't quite help us out. You know what? I'll take a chapel. Oof. Well, that's a dead run. But you just don't get what you need. This fixed star is a Stargazer's companion to constellations. This was checked out by Claire Epson. Okay. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and observe effects that accompany the appearance of each one depending on the numbers of stars. Can be seen in the sky of any given day. Different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, A Solid Base of Astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impressing your friends and discovering the joys of stargazing. Yeah, we kind of already got some of these down. Is that it? Okay. I guess that was the same thing we had before, so it doesn't really help us out too much. We do have, another chest. That did not help us out. Okay, whatever. Well, is there anything else we could do? Nope, that was a bad run. Okay, call it a day. That was crap. I am not winning this mansion. Okay, we take our allowance. Do the same thing. We'll kind of hit up the outside room because this one is, I kind of, based on what I'm doing, based on what it gives me, so. So we have the shelter, don't need it anymore. Hovel, don't actually like it, so tool shed is fine. The wrench, each time you draft a mechanical floor plan, you permanently adjust its rarity. Interesting. to see what the mechanical rooms are, because some of those might be better to have to put back on like the lower rarity, just so I don't see them pop up all that often. Go to the left, get a code check, which will give me a metal detector off the bat, which isn't the worst. We can start ourselves with a spare room, I think is a good call here. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'll take the pantry. It's gonna be the trick of this game. Until I like really see something new, it's gonna be a lot of the same stuff. So let's just take a kind of a take a den, because this will give us into the corner really well. We can get a dead end room and just get that set up. Observatory, storeroom. Yeah, dead end. It's never not been worth it to open up a chest. That just gave me 3 keys for the cost of 1. Hello. Okay. Go this way. I'm okay taking a courtyard. Or not the. Oh, I am not speaking properly today. What is wrong with me? That'll help. Study, while drafting, you can spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. You know what? I'll take it. Oh, there's another. Okay, this is actually kind of important because this is a safe. Um. So we have a safe in here. Need to keep an eye on. We knew about. We've been in here before. I remember this whole thing kicking off my clue, but I don't know what this could potentially be. If we use the boiler room, it is a new room. Plus, we can actually see about chasing its Yeah, so we didn't see this one too often because it's unusual. We can drop this down to commonplace to kind of make it see it more often if we really wanted to. And we can kind of take a look at what this is all about. Okay. That does that. That goes up there. That turns that on. Okay, but that doesn't help us out because we need to... Okay, that's fine. What else could we do then? We're gonna send it over there, obviously. Does that help us out? Oh, that helped us out. Yeah, okay, that pushes that open. Cool. But the gate's still locked. Oh, hello. Oh, I see. Okay. So what we're going to want to do is we want to do this. No. What's the timing of this? Oh, come on. You were right there. Okay, that should be able to give me access to it. Turn that on. That. Over there. Okay. No, that didn't do anything either. Okay. We'll do here. That should send that up, right? But then I still need the thing open. That? Oh, I bet this is super exciting to watch. Well, I did it. Don't know what I did, but I did it. Oh, I'm guessing that would have to send the power to the courtyard, and if I wanted to send it to specific rooms... Okay. I think I got it. How do I open you up? I don't like any of those, to be honest with you. I'll take a parlor. Alright, so what do we have? Only one of the other boxes false. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Well, that can't be true. Don't fucking trick me, game. Okay, so I can either do the workshop or the laboratory. Workshop. Because I actually did want to see, we can actually drop this one down to commonplace. Grabbing that. So we can start seeing this more often. Happily take it. Detector shovel. Sure. Greater chance of finding gold and coins. Much greater chance of finding gold and coins while digging. And we have the broken lever. Nice. So even if I don't necessarily succeed, we are getting some interesting stuff. Sorry, let me open up chat. Hello, how's it going, Alex Storm? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am struggling to figure this game out because I am kind of stupid. Dark room, guest bedroom, closet. Honestly, I don't hate the dark room. Even though we won't be able to see our card picks, I'm okay with that. Oh, we got the chapel here. Not great. But we got enough money. I'm not worried about it. Terraced, we can actually make it so our green rooms don't cost any money, or... You know, I'm kind of tempted to put a dead-end room here. So maybe the terrace isn't the worst. Even though I think that might have screwed me up in the last run anyway. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Just, you know, got off work, waiting on a phone call, so... kind of enjoying life. Take this one. Ah, another dead room. That's unfortunate. Hey, but we're getting keys, so I can't complain. Any other paths? The boiler room has another room that I can go to, but I don't know how to open that door. And then the courtyard is like pretty much our only way of going north, so let's keep moving. We have the maid chamber. I could double my gems, but that would kill the run. Weight room. Yeah, why not? Maid chamber. None of this is new for me, which is unfortunate. I'm wondering if I need the magnifying glass for this. Let's see, we have the West Wing Hall. I think I'll actually take that, because we want us to go and fill this room up. Ooh. This is interesting. I got two new rooms. We have the ladies' chamber. The next time you enter boudoir, gain 10 steps. Next time you enter the walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. Or the ballroom. When you enter the ballroom, set your gems to 2, which kind of would hurt us at the moment. Actually, no, it would pay for itself, to be honest. Let's see how long I've been streaming. I've been off and on streaming for a long time. Not maybe a few years now. Okay, I'm gonna enter here, because this is new. This is interesting. So what do we got? Cupcake. Gives me 10 steps off the bat. That is nice. Okay. Anything in here? Does it ever never end? Interesting. Upgrade disc. That's nice. Happily take that. So I'm pretty sure our ladyship's chamber. So was this our mother's room? Or our mother's mother's room? That's the question. It's locked. Okay. Nice that the queen pawn piece is in here. Nice little touch. See if I can find a key of some sort. Yeah, I've been kind of doing it off and on for years. It's never really, like, taken off. But I'm going to play the games anyway, so I figure why not put the camera on. You know? Okay, the library would be an interesting pick. The courtyard's not a bad one. Yeah, let's take the... We want to keep going north, so we're going to keep going that way. And we've got a key card immediately, which kind of sucks. I think, yep, I'll take unlock the trunk. There's always been one. Then there we go. We get the key card. Nice. Security room. Security room here is not bad. Because what we can do at this point, and we're going to also drop that next to commonplace too. Because what we can do, come over here, is we can log into the security access, and we can set our keycard settings to high. Because now that we have a keycard, we can open up all of the doors. We're also going to go ahead and use our upgrade disc and see what we grab. Come on, give me something good. Spare room. Can we actually get a use out of this? The spare bedroom, the spare green room, or the spare hall? Doesn't really do anything for us. Maybe get us... Honestly, I think the best play here is maybe the spare bedroom. Spare green one could be nice. Free green. But I think we have more things that kind of play off the bedroom. The vault, the observatory, or the breaker box. I think we take the observatory. Why not? Because we need to increase our stars. 5 diamonds. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Thank you, game. Actually, I think this is, okay, what is this? Chief and Chef? This is one of the rooms I needed, so let me pull up my notes real quick second. So I have... I gotta open this up. Hold up. See. Let's check this room. I think this is the one that threw me off. I'm not sure actually. That's difficult. Or maybe I'm too dumb to figure it out. I don't... Oh, there's the coin. Okay. I'm not seeing the connection between these two pictures. sure somebody else could. We got the laboratory. Laboratory is interesting. Archives, launder money. Another one that's kind of interesting. I do have gemstones, so why don't we just try to see... I mean, at this rate, I don't want to keep spending money on it. Okay, so this would actually open up a way to the antechamber if we can figure out how to get it open. The courtyard here. I guess this is not the thing about the green rooms is like they are like they can give you some items, but then you don't have the paintings. So if you need those letters, it kind of does screw you with it. Oh, there's a sledgehammer. Yoink. So I haven't figured out how this elevator thing works, which is kind of unfortunate. Open this up. Got a nail, which isn't worth picking up. Another key. Happily take that. We have a music room, an office, or the bedroom. If you have exactly 2 green rooms, I have a lot too many. That's not going to help me out. The office, music key. You know what? Actually, yes, I'll take that. So what do we got? We got the prism key. Okay. And a regular key. Denoted in verse. Yeah, I'll take the aquarium. Why not? That sounds fine. Walk-in closet, the courtyard. You know what? Yeah. Walk-in closet, because we still have the other way to go right. That paid off for itself. I'm pretty sure. Isn't this the letter I'm missing? It is, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a coat and a coast. So this is A. No. S. It's gotta be S. Yeah. Coat and coast. I have if something something gates 8 dates crack 8 safes. That's what I have so far. Okay, so let's go back to the foundation at this point. We still have a few rooms we can kind of mess around with. See if it can give us something. Commissary, chamber of mirrors, the drawing room. I don't like it, but the commissary is probably our best bet. Oh, hello. Hello. I will buy that. That is easy. Courtyard? I will say, buying that blessing really paid off. Hello. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Doesn't really help us out a whole lot. You know what? I will see if I can't score anything that goes... Master bedroom, one step for each room in the house. Again, another new room. We already do have a way back in the antechamber. We also have another room that leads to the center one. This might actually be worth grabbing just because it is different. Oh, we have another one of these boxes. Yeah, okay, so this probably explains what you have to do, but I kind of already figured out what to do. All you have to do is get the, let's see, a traditional Morajai box is a distinguished lid featuring a 3x3 grid of gray and white tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which changes the color of the tile in the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make... Yep. I already figured that out. So, essentially what we have to do is we have this. Uh-huh. Just basically gotta get the corners lit up, and it gives us increases our allowance. Now, this one... Okay. Fire... Wheat... Rain... Match... What's the connecting word here? I actually don't know. That is, Light. Then... Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Oh! To my encouraging uncle who opened many doors for me, you're grateful. There's a message here. I have to get a magnifying glass for that. Ever grateful, Mary. So Mary is actually the one who wrote this book, by the way. Okay, so my idea that we were a brother might be off, because there's no reason why a family photo like this would exist. I mean, there could be reasons, but I thought maybe we had a brother, but no, maybe we don't. I had suspicions for that for a reason, but... The controls for the Foundation are located behind the Foundation wall. What? This means controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the Foundation. Unclear if this is a security feature, a flaw, please advise. What? What the hell does that mean? So the Foundation needs to be accessed from, like, another room. Okay. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know something. That was actually worth it. I'm going to be honest. Getting new information is always going to be worth. Okay, what do I want to do here? We are just going to open it with the regular key. Oh, that sucks. Actually, you know what? We can redraft. It's fine. We can redraft to the kitchen, but it doesn't do us anything to do so. Oh, no. Okay. Redraft. Showroom, luxury items for sale, the pool, the weight room. Actually... Why'd I pick that? I have no idea why I picked that. That was dumb of me. Oh! Hi! Hey! We did it! Cool. Not bad. Okay, so we now have access to that. Let's take a look at our notes for a minute. I can grab another one here. So this is hose and house, so this would be a U. If something mount, okay. Okay, we're not calling it a day yet. Even though this is technically a dead-end house, there's really no way to get into the antechamber. That's fine. I'm going to go to the security room first. We had a actually really amazing day. This was... If I had it set up, this would be really good. But the reason why I'm going to go back for a moment is we're going to go to the computer in the security room. Because we did pick up a second upgrade disk I will happily use. Give me something good. Boudoir. We can do a boudoir, which gives us a +1 gem, plus 3 apples, or 2 of the reroll dice. I'll take a reroll dice. I think that'd be nice. Okay. Anything else we want? We're gonna go direct to the foundation real quick too. Unfortunately, there was like a room in. I might be able to explore one more room, but. No, we're gonna go to the foundation first. See where this leads. Hello. Another upgrade disc. Okay. Paint and pint. Okay, that would make this an A. So I have if something out, probably mount, small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Okay. Hey, I already have the elevator though, so that's not... the basement door is... Okay. Can't do that. Let's go back up. So we gotta look for some sort of basement key. Okay. This was actually a really nice run. 3 upgrades. New rooms that are actually very... we need to find... we need to find a key for the diary that's in the main... whatsoever... her main room. And then I need to find a magnifying glass for the... 5 dig spots in the courtyard. Yes, I'll take that. Main reason I take a courtyard is for the dig spots. The magnifying glass for the master bedroom. Or ladyship's chamber. That's the room I found. Okay, the last thing I can probably do is the boiler room. So we'll head back down there for a minute. And the reason I say that is we have, I think, if we do this, that opens up for the elevator, no? Okay. Okay, so that opens that door up. But then I don't have a way through, do I? No. Okay. So this does need to go this way. Right? Yeah. That opened that up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of too stupid for this. Okay, okay, this doesn't really help us out too much anyway. Sure, we'll just put the lavatory there. Why not? It doesn't really change anything. Alright, that's gonna be it. I don't really see another way out of here. That's unfortunate, but, you know, I'll take it. We got more allowance, got a lot of upgrades. I think that's a good run. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that's what I was confirm. Okay, so our mother was probably the lady ship who's here. We had her ladyship's chamber, the boudoir, the walk-in closet, the observatory, the parlor, and the West Wing hall. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting information. I'm happy. Okay. Yeah, we got 8 coins a day. Not bad. Hovel, shelter. Again, we already dealt with the shelter, and the hovel's just trash. If anything, I will grab the shrine. Okay, I'm just kind of curious. What happens? You have been cursed. Each time you draft a bedroom, lose one. Each time you draft a hallway, you lose one. Oh my god. That is terrible. I didn't realize being cursed. Okay, I had to test it out. So this is probably going to be a real quick run. Sure, we'll take hallway, try to fill out the corner. Sure, knock storeroom out of the way. I'm guessing some rooms can only be found when you approach from a certain direction, because we never saw the ladyship's room until we actually did the going from the north. I think. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Screw it. Yeah, see how this is going in from the south? And there's the magnifying glass. The wrong room, though. Wrong room. Garage, spare bedroom's not a bad pick. Or, yeah, we'll try this one out. Oh, it gives a painting now. Okay, that's actually kind of useful, not gonna lie. Car keys doesn't really kind of help us out here. There might be something in the garage. It doesn't matter. This is a dead run anyway. I'm cursed, which is just going to make everything a pain in the ass to get through. Sure. Take bacon and eggs. Observatory. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, isn't it the skull? Oh. That's a bad one. Okay, so that's locked. Can I go? I have to go all the way back to the entrance hall. Oh, God. Okay. That's fine, though. I can't get either of these, so I have to go with the closet. Metal detector. Would have been nice to grab that earlier, but it's fine. Okay, walk-in closet. Freezer. Freezer doesn't... I have more money. That wouldn't be a bad pick. The metal detector? What? Wait. What's this? Excuse me? Excuse me. And like candles and ignite fuses. What? Oh, excuse me? Yeah, whatever. I wish I could have had the coat check so I could just put this item in there, because that's interesting. And unfortunately, I gotta call it. So. I am having no luck. If I ever had this freaking kind of thing in a will, I'd just be fucked. I'd just be like, nope, I'm not getting the house. Too stupid. Root cellar, trading post, or tool shed. Rooms in your house more likely. We'll just take the tool shed. Why not? Gives us a shovel, and it gives us a lockpicking kit. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a good start. Parlor. What we got? All statements that contain the word gems are false. This box contains gems. This box is not empty. Oh, wait. How would that work? Okay, whatever. Screw it. I made a mistake. Boiler room again. See, I think I need to save the boiler room for, like, a room that requires the power. So we're just gonna keep on going. The only room that I can think of off the top of my head that does have, like, a power requirement puzzle would be something like the, laboratory? I think I've been in there before, and there is something in there requiring... spare bedroom, why not? Wait, I'm still cursed? Oh, because it lasted 2 days, that's right. Oh, damn it. Oh, that was... Whatever. Yeah, so okay, we got the laboratory, right? So, a couple things with the laboratory is we can come over here. Experiment setup. In the laboratory, you're free to experiment by testing various things. When you draft a shop, set your dice to 2, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance, gain 3 gold for each red room in the house. When you find some trash while digging, you draft a shop or immediately add... One second. Do I have a shovel? I think I have a shovel. I do have a shovel. So what we can do, what I want to set up is every time I find trash, we're going to add 1 gold to our allowance. Okay, so that's just a chance that that's going to happen. Alright, so let's take a quick look around here. The machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. So if we did want to get one, we have to figure that out. Then there's like something here, right? That's the trick I'm not entirely too sure on. I've read these notes before. Heating and cooling curves, H2O to a melting point at 0.1 ppt to negative 2.5 ppt. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Test 205 at the atmospheric pressure 93 kPa in the Mount Holly freezer. This is how we gotta thaw it. We have to increase the temperature up to about 19 degrees. And there's something, okay. But then how do I do that? That's gonna... Okay, I'm getting pieces here. Periodic table of elements. Oh no. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Fun. All right. So we have a new thing. My notes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be you. Two is the third row down, third from the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's S. Push. I'm pretty sure E is just helium. It's hydrogen. It's either hydrogen or helium. I'm pretty sure it's hydrogen. That's gonna be H. Push. 4 is the second on the bottom. So that's going to be TH. Five is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Push. I'm getting RE. Five. 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting EU. Seven is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Push up and push 3 up. 8. Plus 3 up. Ah. Oh, this is gonna be okay. 9 is 2. 3 and 2. TE. So annoying. Corner. After okay, it's literally like right next to it. Okay. I'm assuming this is gonna be 9. 12. Push 3 up after. Push 3 up after 9. Okay. So that's fine. That's everything. So push 3 up after 9. But we would need power to do it. And I already fucked that up because it's supposed to be 3, not 4. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Took me a little while, but I got the message. We got a wine cellar, why not? That's cool. Give us some early gems. Plus, oh, got a dig room. Cool. When I don't want to find everything, that's when the fucking game gives me coins. Fun. Alright. Still cursed for one more day. That's great. Love it. Not doing so hot, especially when it comes to dig stuff. I was really kind of hoping I could get a lot of those. Oh, okay. Perfect. I'll take the courtyard. That probably will trigger the experiment. Deposit key? Wasn't looking for that. Oh my god, game, please. When I want junk, you won't give it to me. That's always gonna be a good pick. Gonna grab it every time. E and the North Room? Southern Cross, okay. Yes, I don't like any of these. Cloister. Yeah, we can take the cloister. What's interesting about the cloister is we can actually do this. Gives us... Hey, there we go. Our allowance went off. I found a note earlier that I could actually open it up. Mr. Nagula, if you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as a positive reinforcement which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Ouch. That's fired at the old groundskeeper. It's fine, this is a dead run name. Who cares? Right. Love it. Love it. But I think that's it. There's really not much else we can explore. Everything else is... We could go back to the Great Hall. Yeah, I'll risk it. We got the experiment to go off once. I can be happy with that. And we got a, more allowance. Closet, items for sale. That doesn't really... I don't think we need the breaker box anymore. Lucky rabbit foot. Whatever. Come on, give me something good. Oh, trash. Come on, I can do this. I just have to play this a little smarter. How much money do I have now? I have 11 coins of an allowance now. Just from everything that I have solved at this point. Christ. Okay. There was another thing. If I can find the pool again. Oh, wait. Interesting. Anyway, if I can find the pool again, there is a pump room, and one of the things I could probably drain next is the fountain. That could be something we can try out. So maybe if we see the pool, that's what we'll kind of look for. Shelter, root cellar, hovel. I don't like the hovel anymore. It's just not worth. Oh, okay, no. The ladyship is Clara Espin. Epson is our mother, so she's the mother of our mother, and that's why I had the locket with Simon there. And also the picture of her I think it's her parents. So the ladyship was Claire's room. That would have been a hell of an experiment to have with this combination. Nook. You know what? If they even give me the car keys, I can actually get this, because I could still need to open this up. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, take a pantry here. Start working our way up around. Kitchen does not help us. We're gonna redraw that. Corridor. I'll take that easily. We want to get past the garage before we take anything that goes either way. Security room's not bad, but I like the workshop better. Workshop sometimes gives us additional tools. Unfortunately, we don't get anything with the broken handle. I'd say that was a good place for a hallway. That's good. Security's fitting here. Change the offline mode because we haven't gotten a key card yet. I'm going to set those to unlock, and what we're going to try to do is try to find the power room. So one of the tricks that we can do is if we set the breaker box up. Ooh, we got to go check. Go check though. Go check's nice, and it's a really good spot for it. Oh, that's an idea. That's a really nice idea. Okay, we're going to leave that option there available. We're going to head all the way back for right now. Because we're going to be either looking for the key card or the breaker room. The reason why we're looking for the breaker room is we can turn the power off to the key cards, and all of them at that point would be unlocked. What do I want to take? What do I want to take? Aquarium. You know what? The storeroom is probably the best option because we do get some more resources. Yoink, yoink, and yoink. Okay. Unfortunately, we do have to make our long way back to the beginning because we stupidly put ourselves far back. So this is a loss of a lot of steps, but it's fine. Setting ourselves so 2 dice to reroll rooms is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Okay, so this is where I was a little interesting because we have a safe here. And I kind of assumed maybe because it does say like the date. This is obviously Christmas. So is there like a safe in here that we would because this is the boudoir, isn't it? Yeah, because this has got that in there. It's got the couch. It's got so, and it's got, you know, music player here. It makes it seem like, oh, hi there. Got it. Fuck you. Aha. This is number 4. Hubert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It doesn't surprise me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I'm shocked you have so little regard for your niece that you'd play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. Take up of her family, her fortune, her life, all you can think of is your name. Having never heard of a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering into commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause of which she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. Deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and spit upon your grave when he learns of your crimson foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. Something I need to make note of is this handwriting. No, okay, we can assume... No, I don't. Because... He's saying our son, and if he's saying this, refer to. Okay. Daniel is our father. I wanted to compare the handwriting of the letter we find in the mailroom with that one, but it actually says our son, so we can kind of eliminate that. That is a sneaky little safe. Okay. Well, I'll take it. That's 2 letters down. 5 dig spots, but I don't have a shovel. I don't like... Actually, that's a really good start. Okay. Because when we go to the library, we did the Stargazer book, The History of Arindia. Grab that next. We're just kind of grabbing every book we can just to see what it contains. I'm going to go back this way. Kitchen, utility closet. Okay, so this is what I was saying before. Do I want to pick that up now? Yeah, I think that's worth. So what I can do... to come over here, switch this off. Cool. Garage open. Gymnasium off. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter because it's going to flip the switch. We go over gymnasium off. Now, any key cards, we can just open up the doors for. So that saves us any trouble. And we set it to high because that increases the number of key card doors that there actually is. Which, makes it all the easier for us to explore. The vault. But I don't have the... I don't have that safety deposit key anymore. So I'm going to grab the showroom. The moon ornament. If you call the day while wearing the moon ornament, you will start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. Ornate compass. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. You cannot pay the gem cost. You do not have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. Oh my god. And whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice that many steps. These are some fucking good items. That breaks it right there. No wonder you'd want to freeze some of your money. I'll take the moon pendant, though. At the boiler room again. I'll redraw those. Bunk room. Take a den. I want to try to get as north as I can. At least try to lead into the foundation. But if we get to 8 floors, the dining room gives us a step increase. So... drafting, you spend that many. Gymnasium, we turned off. So that'll save us from actually being punished by that. We can come over here. Which, again, remember, we don't need the key card. You know what? I could put a dark room here and be content. Because we don't actually have to enter the dark room. And it gets it out of the way. White box does not have a statement. That is true. That is true. The gems are in a box with a statement. That is false. So if that's false, we can open this one up and we should be able to get our gems. Nice. Yeah, I'd take a commissary one. We can't afford anything from here because we spent all of our money. But kitchen, vault. I don't like any of that. The pool. Okay, so we were looking at the pool. And that would open up both ways to get to the chamber. And that was the sound of the dining room. So we're going to pick up these coins real quick. We're going to open this up. Nursery, the boiler room. Doesn't really help us out, but we can put the archives. That'll open that up. Office, the drawing room. Okay. Yes, we can. Now we have 2 ways into the antechamber at this point. I am going to go back. There's car keys. And we have the garage, so we can actually open up the car now. But I'm going to go back for a moment. And the reason I'm going to go back is we have the dining room, which should give us 20 additional steps. In here for, that's locked. Don't have a key. That's fine. Ooh, pizza. Okay, let's start working on some of these rooms. Foyer, hallway doors are always unlocked. Interesting. I don't think I want that yet. We're gonna take the kitchen. Don't have enough for what I'd want. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. Do I go all the way back to the security room? Or do I try to shortcut through the archives, which is going to be unfortunate? I actually don't know what would be the better... I think the better call right now is we try... Right? No, that's locked. Okay. Doesn't help us. We try to connect these rooms. Well, that's not a way to do it. That is sure as fuck not a way to do it. Shoot. Okay, this is fine though. We had access to all of the antechamber doors, but we had no way to open it, which is unfortunate. Not gonna restart yet. I think if I can do it right, we have enough steps to get back over to the security room. This was an interesting room, I won't lie. Got some real nice stuff in there if I could ever get the money for it. Okay. So first things first, we're going to go into the garage. See, the drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secured in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting a car today, so we never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Ooh. Battery pack. And the key to the secret garden. Interesting. You're the workshop here. Wait, what? I can charge the moon pennant? No, that's not right. I can do this, though. Oh, wait, I might still need, like, the other item. Okay, whatever. I'm not trying to waste time here. Let's go this way. And this way. Patio. Wine cellar. Archive. Okay. Another one of these puzzles. See if my brain can do some math. It's 16. 1 times 1 would just be 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 10 is 20. Divided by 20, that'd just be 1. Wait, what? How did I fuck that up? Okay, maybe we'll try this again. 1, 3, 4, 4, 16. 1 times 1 is 1. 1. Oh wait, no, this is 2. Times 10 is 20 times 2. Okay, that's where I fucked it up. Got it. Show garden key. Oh, 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 no! I literally could send the power to the laboratory, but I don't have the steps to make it back to the laboratory. Oh my god, you bastard of a game. Oh, that actually that upsets me more than anything right now. Oh my god. Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, well that's upsetting. So, what I'm interested in is how to get I set the date for, or no, I used so there is kind of a date thing with the safes, because the first safe I opened, I used the actual in-game date of the game. And then that one was Christmas, so maybe the other safes might have a clue as in, like, where specific dates. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see here. Schoolhouse, this is new. Had 8 classrooms today's draft pool. Great. Cool. Anything in here for us? Let's take a quick look. Animator, that's nice. Okay. Herbie. Interesting. Did I flip this? Oh, that's dirty. That is dirty as hell. Okay. I thought there was 4 unlocked things I had to do. But no, 2 of them were just on this side. Oh, that's messed up. Okay. Closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been a pleasure serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Aspen of our most gracious host today for not only paying attention to my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she's done on behalf of the community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dare not even dream. Dreamer, of course, is incomparable to Mrs. Peterson, our future principal, and my reluctant successor, who I might add forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her here, and though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron St. Clair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I am certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through the halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all of my students, many of whom today I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners mild. Those here whose parents before them I had also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have never had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet all peace in the world, if you have no one to bestow the merits upon. Thank you for all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am standing in 8 months, I will see you all at least less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Okay, so that's cool. Maybe we can kind of explore that out a bit and check it. What's going on? Okay, so I have a library. I think I'll take that next because we did check out a book, didn't we? Yep, there it is. This book is reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fern. What the fuck is going on with my phone? Oh, okay. Let's see. The Finnair Central Board of Education has been edited to conform to our department's standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. This was checked out by Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Mary Jones is a pseudonym for our mother. So she checked out this book. And then the detective checked it out twice before we got our hands on it. Okay. Yeah? I see you did a good job classifying everything. The names used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Agera, as the ascension of the first king Blank, whose name Horus would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Horus is known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him an ideal candidate for the unification of surrounding provinces. Record history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce that these alleges that Horus had one aim, expansion. The territory spread from the heart of Horus, and by the end of the first century, blank, 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 a new kingdom was born. It was the fourth king who split his vast domain into 3 equal shares. 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. To the youngest he bestowed the realm of Ares, the land of the northern storm, a wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not developed, but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. To his middle child and daughter, he gifted the southern region of Asia, land steeped in tradition. As the second era drew to a close, the 3 sovereigns' realms were achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these district regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of the lands and developed a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations through their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of these heirs continued the tradition of the third era was defined by endless amounts of bloodshed and commenced between the 3 realms, further strengthened the bond and laying the foundation to promise of a prosperous and bright future. Fourth era. As the kingdom entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who was often seen drinking, the sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. What is this? Okay. Baron Sinclair. This is actually going to be another character that we need to make a note of because, oh my god, there's so many characters. Okay, we're going to move that. So we have, this is Detective Bon Margol. He is a Red Guard. I believe the Red Guards were looking after Mary. Thank you so much for your cooperation with the department in this investigation. No, our presence is never convenient, especially for some of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant, but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning, with this letter, the book you lent us. Though I must confess, it is not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orindia could be found, likely be found within the Baron's own collection, perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you have given the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. And if it's the case, I'd say, well done, fair play. But perhaps on my next visit, I'll have a laugh about this after you've given me the actual manuscript. He was known as the King of Blank, known when he made the decision to move. When castle and court behind, the people were overjoyed by his choice were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed which took root in the great city of Fern. After the passing of the king, blah blah blah, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. That's really fucked up. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Leeson of Fern declared himself the true monarch. The declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Valdis IV shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's remnants were hastily recalled to the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Finn insurrection. However, instead of restoring order, which ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. Barons of Finn, once the center of splendor, was transformed into a battlefield, and the cries of the innocent echoed to the city streets stained in red. My god, do I really want to read all this? Fucking hell, whatever. Brutality of the pacification of Fenn did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, Dallas came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, stricken by barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Artaeus and Nuance to join their cause. However, even if the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Leeson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even if death, he had won. Horus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had fallen over for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners, which hoisted in the honor of the fallen of Fenn. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear for their lives to the south, forever exiled. Let's see. Today, the realms inherited by the three Fens heirs, Arctaeris and Erja, once again stand united as allies. So the distance between our people have grown. Our connection to this land remains strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. For this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth from the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, our mothers, and of our children. And everything else was redacted. Alright, so that was an interesting start to this run. So I'm going to keep a lookout for these classrooms, actually. While drafting the classroom, you draw new floor plans for each room in your house. One of those rooms in the house. So, see, each color is only used twice. Benny, B+, fill an object with the correct color. My favorite color is red. Okay. I could reroll again. I don't hate rerolling again. And trying to get the classrooms. Shovel. Nice. Maybe we can get the morning room, because I do know I need to get back in there. Oh, we get chef salad. Security room here is not the worst. I don't have the gem sword, though. Fuck. Okay. This is a tricky run. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, sucks. I have to use it already. But I have to. I have to keep going north. That's kind of the problem here. Okay. Commissary parlor. We're just... This is really shit. This is a really bad run. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, keep me on the left side of the freaking house. You know what? We could do that. Because didn't we pick up the... Go with the car keys. Okay. This isn't too bad. Because that's going to give us the room to many doors. It's not as bad as it could be, but that was looking pretty bad. have to take the corridor, right? Because we want to try to fill out the rest of this house. And now we lose all of those rooms. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Gotta take parlor, because it's the only one that goes up north. It's the weirdest gonna be house layout ever. And so far for getting the draft pool for the schoolhouse, like where are the classrooms? There are two stall statements. The box with the false statement is empty. This box is empty. Don't ask me. I don't think I actually figured that out myself. I just took a lucky guess. And I don't have the key card. And I don't have the key card. Alright then. Let's call it a day. I'm gonna give it one more shot. One more shot, because I'm getting to a point where I'm not... You know, I should have checked that elevator thing. That was dumb. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's go back over here. There should be the, see what this is all about. Excuse me. Foreman's log 372-1915. Our client Thomas St. Clair suspected the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved with a rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing moss and dirt, we've covered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited, entirely superficial, as every shaft we survey has ended abruptly. An ever-promising path leads deeper into the mountains, has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is much older than we first assumed, and someone deliberately had these chambers buried. What the fuck? Excuse me? Oh! Oh, don't you fucking dare. I'm actually going to have to... I don't know. Oh, no. I'm actually gonna have to pay attention. Oh, fuck me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Foreman's copy do not remove from sight. First era is found eternal creation of accustomed to the record. They did this in order that the realm might be just strange. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heretic arts. However, today we've used the term sigil. We are referring specifically to realm sigils. These crude circular marks of destination found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. The book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each signal and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is this the image of the leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does it tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, each variation tells a story of the land. Even the outer borders around the sigils have special meaning. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements to make up a whole. Each sigil is composed of the core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape different for each realm. And the core given to us is a name, then the rest of the sigil tells a story behind the name. And wasn't this... These were the symbols of the different flags that were on on the school's homework, right? And those were the different countries, if I'm not mistaken. Still, it's important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigils. If you don't know the places we are describing, several... Okay. This is cool, interesting. So... Pentagram... Or Pentagon... was... Fae. I'm gonna have to check that book out again so I can get the actual names of this. Hourglass... is E. Chevron is, or mountain is air, and I don't know. Box. I'm just gonna call it box. Is Orin. Okay, interesting. The rays come to the core, drawing lines, splitting the sigil from one sigil to the other, the different number style, difference in blah blah blah. Counting the sigils reveal something, I don't know. It's just cut off. It's impossible to tell. Okay, so it looks like the different kind of rays tell different types of transportation. The wave line are used to indicate extreme heat, the scorched air, blazing sun causing outright strange to be shimmering. A raining realm is indicated by the rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme stormy weather, a jagged lightning ray. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a commonplace. And windy is weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays lining up with high winds. Each sigil floating around the rays of the small figures called moats. From the shapes and style of the moats used in the sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed. They are considered themselves mighty in arms, or blessed with artistic or economic fortune. Tribal, architectural, marital, Martial, which is probably military. Metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, poetic. Around each sigil is adorns serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different letter. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of a specific realm. Red banners, martial fog. Okay. That is a whole lot to unpack there. Like, holy shit. But now we have the precipice unlocked. So we do have to come back. It's really not that difficult to get to. Jesus. We have... This has been an episode. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm looking for the pool so we can drain the fountain. Good luck. We're gonna go grab hallway. Not. Storeroom. Security this early on might be worth. That was a good call. Don't like that blocked back to the entrance, but that's fine. Dark room, archive, spare bedroom. None of those options were good. Go to the left. Here. Give me the garage. Did I go to the... Wait a minute. Oh, damn it, I can't look. I don't like any of those, to be honest with you. West Wing Hall, that's not bad. So we'll go ahead and grab that. No, I didn't go outside. That sucks. Whatever. Okay. We're gonna open this up. This is really nice. Still haven't found the key to that, which is fortunate. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this wasn't our mother's room. It's our mother's room. Got it. Cool. Isn't the best start, but it's not the worst either. Observatory. I will take that always. So we got apple, the steps, and the diamond. I don't like the Great Hall. There's got to be a way to make the Great Hall interesting. If I think if I get the foyer and then go for the Great Hall, all the doors will be unlocked. So that wouldn't be terrible. We don't have the means to make that work yet. Oh, there's the ooh. I think the last another thing I want to check out is the mine. I didn't check it out before, but you can make the kind of like jackhammer. Not the jammer. It's something like that. It's the it's a jackhammer, and I want to take the jackhammer to the mine just to see what happens. So everything's locked that way. We're not able to go any further. Head over here. Oh, okay. I actually wanted to check this out. Okay. So what we know so far with some of this. Ooh. Queen, March of the Count. March of the Count. Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons. Okay. We have another safe in here. Now, the clue so far has been dates. Swan Song. I don't think anything here really helps us out, which is kind of unfortunate. Need a clue. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Okay, I don't know. I gotta find some sort of clue for... Okay, I'm gonna make note of something... Oh, there's a magnifying glass. Yoink. Cool. I'm gonna make note of something here. This room... I'm gonna pull up my notes. Oh, God damn it. Oh my god, where'd it go? Hold up. I'm sorry. I gotta do this, or else it's gonna drive me nuts. There. I have marked that that room is the Queen. And I'm gonna have to start paying attention where pawn pieces are now, which that's fantastic. Okay, take the workshop. Okay, cool. I think... Do I have the pieces for it? I have the magnifying glass, the shovel... Shovel and the metal detector. Which I don't think I want right now. Magnifying glass with metal detector. I need a battery pack. I could do that. That's a fair one. Commissary, dark room, chapel here to get it out. Dark room here to get it out. Yeah, I think that's fair. Grab that. Come back through here. Boudoir, I think is worked because we can grab the dice if we ever get kind of trapped. Now, does the safe have anything new in it? We can get the gem. So that's an easy gem to grab. Laboratory. No, I don't think it's worth it here. We want to go to the left. Does this help us out at all? No, because we need keys. We could potentially go back. It's tricky. It's tricky because I'd rather just kind of go this way. Alright, let's see here. This box is empty. There are 2 empty boxes. There are only 2 true boxes. Well, that would make sense. Well, that also... There are 2 true boxes. 2 empty boxes. Probably this one? Fuck. Okay. That's locked. Not a big deal. It'd be really nice right now. A freezer. I think I gotta take the library, right? We can put Ordinia here, because we know that was the first one. I can grab the book again. Let's grab the pump system user manual. Maybe there's something in there that'll help us out. I think that's it, though. That is going to be it. Fortunately, we did not make it to the antechamber, but we've made some... We have given us some really good bonuses. I'm going to call it there, and hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm sorry I'm bad at this game and haven't gotten to the antechamber yet, and it feels like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. But that's kind of the nature of the game with roguelikes. Just kind of have to get better, and I'm kind of happy. We got the second red letter. I'll take that. Well, until next time, I hope you guys have a good time.